Hey universe, what's up? It's your girl Nyah, Brooklyn Chi Chi over here, and I'm here with my sister,
Hi, Mia Brooklyn McLean. Hey, everyone.
and we are here to talk about something that's trending really hard today called Black Women at Work. And we just wanted to give our input on what being Black women at work has been like for us. And we want to thank you in advance beforehand for the people. I want to thank you in advance beforehand for tuning in and listening to our stories. And we think that it's really important to start these conversations amongst each other, and then of course amongst friends, and just to get the conversation going so that people can understand that there are struggles that are going on amongst a lot of us that a few of us, well, more than a few of us, don't know about and need to understand. And so I'm happy that this has become a trending thing. Not happy how it happened. And Mia will give you some background on how we got to Black women at work. Go ahead, Mia.
Okay, so there's this dude called Bill O'Reilly who has a show, and I assume it was on his show or a show that he was a guest on. He was asked about a representative named Maxine Waters. I believe she is of California, and he was asked about statements that she had made, but in his response, he made reference to not being able to focus on what she was saying because her hair reminded him of James Brown's wigs. And so that was one, unprofessional, to a lot of other things. And so then after that, I found out about April Ryan, who is a correspondent with the White House, and she was basically, in my view, scolded by that press secretary guy. I know your name. Okay. She was basically...
We won't mention any of the administration's names ever.
What he does.
Ever. Okay, no one will be mentioned on this
He's
show.
that guy who gets up in front of all of the reporters and doesn't answer questions, basically.
There's a lot of them.
He's and a little side note, he's turning into a bully. So that's coming soon. Watch out for that tailored news, y'all. Anywho, so April Ryan had asked him a question. He was doing his usual do-si-do around the issue, and her face basically reflected what she felt, and it looked to me that she was just she didn't approve of his responses, his not answering the questions. And so, she just kind of looked like this, and he was like, don't you roll your eyes, don't you frown your face, don't you da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, gosh.
So, which again, highly unprofessional. And that's what started this trend, being black at work. So, I'm sorry, black women at work. Yeah. And being a black woman, a brown girl, I have had... I have lots of stories to share. This could take forever. But
we don't have forever, Mia.
Exactly. So, but what I do want to say to people who don't believe that this exists is that what you should do is you should take the stories of your friends and your families and your colleagues, and especially those who you say you care about, and listen to them, because these things affect black people daily. I say often that black people in America should be receiving Social Security checks for post-traumatic stress disorder because of all the things you have to rethink before you can even leave your home, just to feel safe and feel like you may return. Okay, so going to work, having to make sure that my hair isn't too natural, because then everyone wants to touch it and wants to pet me and pull my coils, and you know what I mean, and ask me about it. Like, hairstyles don't really change. So, but I've been told that down here in Austin, Texas, that that people, thought that I was white over the phone. This is by the person who did the phone interview with me, after I was hired. But, being told that she thought I was white over the phone, being asked, how come I don't speak, where did I learn to speak proper English from, and that was from a manager, an immediate supervisor. So things like that. It's daily. It's being told that because I choose to stand instead of sit, that I'm being violent and aggressive. That because I choose to speak in this manner, in this tone, and direct, and I play no games at work, that I am my voice is aggressive and my voice is violent, and so people are fearful of me. I don't, and of course, I think that it's ridiculous to think that I need to change the manner in which I speak so that my coworkers can focus on what I bring to the table and not my brownness or my blackness and what they and being afraid of it. And I must be up to something, and I've been the only person on my team who's been micromanaged, who, has to send emails about what I've done for today and every single thing I've touched, while other people on the team, nobody really cares, So, being a brown girl in the workplace, a black woman in the workspace is, the struggle is real, and it doesn't matter what type of company it is, because I've worked in corporate America, I've done nonprofit, I've done family business, small business, big business. I have always encountered these issues. So it's nothing that I see changing soon. All I do is just remain adamant. Get your damn hands out my damn hair. And if you are afraid of me because I'm standing the way that I'm standing, then maybe you should take some steps back. Yeah, because I feel fine. Nyah.
Well, I'm happy. I don't have to take a few steps back. I can sit close to my sister right now. Well, I just have to say that, I'm glad that people are having this conversation, because it's real. Like me, the struggle is real. I've been in all sectors of the workforce, just as Mia, private, nonprofit, family owned, small owned, businesses, and it's always the same thing. I can say that I can honestly say that in New York, I did not feel or experience the things that I experienced down here in Austin, Texas. The longest job I had as an adult for 10 years, I worked for a union, building service workers union, for 10 years in New York. And so our population was, from every walk of life, and, we catered to everyone. And it wasn't, I didn't feel like the odd girl out or the black girl at work, or anything but but other than I belonged at work. And it wasn't until I came down to Austin, Texas, where things that occurred at work, which was when something's going on and you feel it makes you think sideways about it. And I had an experience where I had to call my grandmother and say, "Oh my gosh, grandma, I just realized I was black today at work," And she said, "What you mean? You are black?" And I said, "No, grandma, I just realized that it mattered that I was black at work." I had never been in New York. No matter where I worked or who I interacted with, I was never made to feel like, well, where'd you learn to speak such good English? Or where'd you learn to write so well? Or what did you study in school? And oh my gosh, you're so intelligent. Your parents must be, you must have been extra hard on you. I mean, I'm keeping it 100, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, East New York, at that. And, I don't know anyone who grew up with me whose parents weren't all about, you either go to school or you get a job. And since I was a child, I went to school, and I did the best job that I could do every time I went to school. As a child, all the people I knew, our job was going to school. So when people ask, "Oh my, how did you learn to speak so well?" Public education, it works.
Believe it or not,
it used to work
in the 80s.
Yes,
it was still great in Brooklyn.
It was great from the 80s to the 90s in Brooklyn for some of us.
We got the last of it, our generation.
Yeah, so I think that people,
public schools are going downhill, y'all.
Yes,
but we got to do something about that. Side note, sorry.
But this conversation is important because people need to realize the things that they do that are just blatantly offensive to others, touching of the hair and I wore head wraps to work during a dress down month, and from time to time I would wear my head wraps up, and I was actually pulled into a meeting and questioned about my head wraps, and I didn't have my hair wrapped with a silk scarf like I was going to bed. It was tied very intricately, and I was good. And besides that, it was dressed down at work. People were wearing jeans and sneakers, and you're worried about my updo with my hair tied. So people need to realize the ways that they are very much insensitive to things that are naturally you. Like my hair that grows out, my hair kinky and coily, whether I choose to straighten it or leave it as is, should not be any of your concern. If you would like a lesson in hair, you should go to cosmetology school, because my head is not the venue for you to find that information. Google. I'm very big on Google. And, people need to learn so that they can stop. I don't want to be, I'm not the exception to the rule, and when people say that, I feel insulted. My people, as a matter of fact, my people are the exception, because we built this damn country, truth be told, So yeah, we are the exception. We've been the exception. When they came to Africa and got our peoples, and we had civilizations and pyramids and the things mechanics that they couldn't even imagine, I would have took my ass too if I didn't have shit in my country, okay? So, truth be told,
okay.
We are the exception, but I'm not that exception.
Yes.
I am intelligent, I am strong, and it's not because it is because we are black women, because as black women, you have to be strong and you have to be intelligent, because you have to know their game and you have to know your game. So, I'm really happy that this conversation has started. I fully support this. Black women at work, brown women at work. We just need to support each other. All brown women who are still making less than the white men and the white women. Stick together, support this initiative. Learn about each other, embrace each other. And white people, don't be mad. We're not doing this to come for you. We're doing this to educate you, okay? Because like people are saying, don't let your president get you fucked up. Yeah. Yes, they do say that. Just because he's saying and doing nonsense doesn't mean it's the time for you to start with that nonsense.
And then also what's worth being said is that not everybody in the workplace has the same just because they are brown, they do not have the same views as you do. In my hostile work environment, I did take it to HR, and I was, by the end of it, I was a racist. And my HR representative, who is African American, basically scolded me in front of a European American coworker, and then when he left the room, reminded me how we can't say certain things in front of certain people. Yes. So you see what I'm saying?
Yes. We're often being told. I've been told to be nice,
even by our own people who have been programmed. You know what I mean, to think this way. We all, a lot of people out there need to be reprogrammed, and it's not just European Americans. It's a lot of our people, because it's systematic. Exactly,
it's systematic, and the system has to be broken down. So the next time, just think, white people, just think about this. The next time you go to tell your brown female coworker to be nice or to calm down, or why are you always so angry? Stop. Those things are insulting. Okay,
maybe you should smile more.
Yeah,
be approachable. Maybe I don't want people coming all up to me because I'm trying to work.
Exactly.
There you go.
Work.
That's why I don't smile, because I'm working.
Getting dollars, making that shmoney.
Okay.
Who says that? I like that girl that says that.
Cardi B.
I like Cardi B.
So we've talked about Maxine Waters, April,
Ryan,
and yay, Cardi B. We love you.
I love Cardi B.
I wonder what you got to say about this Miss Cardi B at work.
Because she's always at work.
I know. And
we support all types of work. Okay, we don't care what you do, whether you're rapping, stripping, nannying.
just make
hotel worker, all money is good money if you're supporting yourself and take care of your responsibilities. Black women at work by any means necessary. And
I just want to say yay to all my black women at work, staying in there, hanging in there, doing what you got to do,
putting up with,
and still shining like a diamond. So go us, go y'all,
go us,
yay! All right. So I guess that's it. That's all we wanted to say, and we want to know what you guys think.
Yeah, about black women at work.
Tell us about you being black in the workplace or not being black in the workplace and not having no idea that this even goes on.
Tell me about the black walls in your workplace. Anything with black in the workplace, just tell me about it.
No.
Yeah.
Black women in the workplace.
Anything black, tell me about it.
Black men in the work? Well, no, this is a black woman. We're going to stick to what the hashtag says. We're always trying to share some shit. We gotta stick to what the hashtag says, okay? So, yes, black women in the workplace, we support you and keep staying strong and keep on keeping on.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Bye.